Hello my fellow full of the samurai players, Zaript here with the third game of my match against PrussianPrince in a second group stage of Aggony 1v1 Championship of 2012. And this is a tiebreaker after we tied in 1-1 situation. And this time tiebreaker is actually Ganma field instead of rice fields. And I didn't know that. That is why I kind of messed up my game plan, and don't get me wrong, I still believe it's a very good game plan. Let me explain it to you before the game starts. This tournament forbid unit refreshing between games. So I knew that PrussianPrince cannot bring too many 150 range units, because he already used 2 Marines in previous game, 2 Imperial Guard infantry, so I decided to play infantry heavy. I have infantry the Marine and United States Marines with 4 Black Tortoise force protecting them. I have 2 Yarikachi with 18 defense each, just in case I meet melee rush, which actually works on this map, or this cavalry heavy composition. But in exchange for that, I have quite a weak cavalry contingent. I have 3 Yariki with 2 chevrons each, and Shogun Guard cavalry with 5 chevrons. Now let's take a look at PrussianPrince composition. He have 5 Black Tortoise force, right? No. 4 Black Tortoise force with Vermilion Bird force. He also have Yariki, 4 Yariki with 6 chevron each. He has Shogun Guard cavalry with 6 chevron, 2 of them, and he have Imperial Guard cavalry. So let me explain what I messed up with. I knew that this is morale shrine from the beginning, and that this is here it's a workshop. And as usual, I kinda stupid with this map every time I play. I forgot that he get to this forest faster than me actually. And I deployed wrong, you see? Now I have to switch my Yarikachi to this flank, and with weaker cavalry I have, it's very important to consider from the very beginning that you will have to use spears to contest the most important dodge on the map. So I believe this composition can work against what PrussianPrince brought, and from my voice you can actually understand that I will lose this game. But it's not because I got wrong composition, but because I used it wrong. You see, now I'm going to try and push PrussianPrince out using my line, and I use my Black Tortoise force as a screen, and my infantry the Marine will shoot from its back, and this Yarikachi will protect this infantry the Marine. And the mistake I probably did is I brought too expensive Yarikachi with weak cavalry, which I shouldn't have done. I think instead of this Yarikachi I should have brought 2 spear levies. They're just more useful on such maps. Because I have a lot of line units to protect, and my cavalry, it's not actually good. It's not for cavalry fight here. This cavalry is needed to attack my opponent's line, and maybe, just maybe, catch my opponent's cavalry. And now let's take a look at how this fight goes, because it will be decided pretty fast, and it will be decided here. I sacrifice my Black Tortoise force here. I'm just okay with them being shooted at. And now he kind of sacrificed 2 of his cavalry units just to start this engagement and see what I do. And I do stupidest thing. You see, I sent 4 of my cavalry units to catch 1 Yariki. I allow my infantry the Marine to be tangled up, and my Yarikachi don't even participate in this fight actually. And while all these forces tangled up here, look at it. Beautiful, beautiful charge. And this is what I myself do all the time on the ladder. But I just wasn't prepared for this map, which is kind of stupid, but you know, I was so nervous before this matches that I really thought that I would play just like on Play on Ladder, typical easy everyday games. I didn't want to oversmart myself, as I told in the first video, and you see, I actually managed to force him away, but here, you see, at this point, I still can win this game. It's quite okay for me, but I did a mistake that will cost me the game. This insanely strong Shogun Guard cavalry catched my general, and now I lost. Because I can turn this, I can still turn this. Look at this, Imperial Guard cavalry, 100 kills already, just because it was staying and shooting. And you see now that my general dead, and just a you see how low these cavalry units are. If I played just a teeny bit better with my spears, or maybe if I had 2 spears instead of this Yarikachi, 2 spear levies, just imagine with just these 2 units of infantry, the Marine and United States Marines, at this point, if my general was alive, I could have pulled this. I still could have won this. But now I lost too many. And even at this point, you see, it looks like I still got some small chances. But first, my infantry, the Marine, will rout without really getting any kills, any sufficient kills. And then, you see, it's just an effective use of this spear levies. Little bit of that, little bit of this, and it's still kind of close, you know, surprisingly. But now I just don't have a support to make a good use out of my Marines. Damage is done. If I just had a chance to pull back somehow, but I don't. Beautifully played in kind of Duck style, but it's still different from what Duck do. Prussian Prince really commits to cavalry, I believe, and I could have done it. I could have done it. Man, it's, you know, that happens when you don't really prepare. This is the 3rd game. I'm a bit tired, and I go to this game with, and I can't clearly state all of my plans in all different cases. What I can expect on this map: line spam, some sort of a melee rush, cavalry heavy composition, maybe 150 range spam. It's quite possible. And I had an idea what do I do against line spam, melee rush, and 150 range composition. But my plan against cavalry heavy wasn't good enough. And this map is quite good for cavalry actually, just because it there is a lot of places to run around. Only this forest makes things more difficult if your opponent gets into the forest and camp it. And that is exactly what I should have done. Camp this forest, slowly push towards the red line, and push him away from Morale Shrine, and game is mine. Just don't give him enough space to run near you units. And I should have used my Black Tortoise forces closer to my infantry to marine. They really just support unit in this combination. Well, as usual, there is a lot to learn, and this is why tournaments are so important. With only this much, I learned that many that it will be much easier for me to play ladder now. I mean, just after playing some one-day tournaments and beta tournaments, beta GM tournaments, Gerudo Flash tournaments, just by playing them, watching those games, I managed to get in, currently I'm in 110th position, I believe. So I'm in top 200. And it wasn't like I was trying to decide. It just came naturally. Just because I learned to read my opponent's build. When I see my opponent with Shinobi Informer, I instantly know what is my strength against him, what is his weakness against me, and I just know what to do. So it all comes down to my ability to control my forces, because I always have a clear plan. And in this situation, Prussian Prince had a very clear plan. He needed to use his cavalry to screw up my most expensive line units. So he did exactly that. And I allowed him to. It was so stupid. I sent 4 units of my cavalry to catch 1 unit of his cavalry when there is absolutely no need for that. And in the end, I didn't use my cheap cavalry to screw up Prussian Prince line, which it was intended for. I just used my composition wrong. I just need to train this a bit. So you see, it's devastating loss. It's 1,100 losses against 600 kills. But in reality, composition Prussian Prince used, it's really high risk, high reward composition. Just a single mistake by him, just a little bit better play by me, and I believe this game was mine. Because even with all the losses, if I could have exchanged some of my units and my cavalry to his cavalry, just 2 units of my marines would win me the game in the end. But they didn't. Actually, did this Imperial Guard cavalry, did it have 150 range? I don't know. Probably. I didn't pay attention. It might have been. Well, still, it killed quite a lot of shitloads of units. To Shogun Guard cavalry racked up faces. Man. Nice games. 3 quite a short but interesting games. And I feel so good now after I played them, because my goal in this tournament and in this game is not to win. My goal is it's kind of to learn about myself. I want to learn to think about different situations. It's just who I am, and it's not only about this game. I kind of love any competitive game out there. I mean, any sports, football, basketball, American football, baseball, curling, anything. And tons of computer games. I watched Warcraft 3, StarCraft, Brood Wars, StarCraft 2, Quake, Quake, Counter-Strike 1 and 6. I just love watching people compete. And I'm glad that I have a chance to go inside this mindset and compete as well, at least in this game. Okay then, thank you for watching, and I will see you on my channel with another highlights of Aggony 1v1 Championship of 2012. Have a good day.